So we're here today with Matt Smith with Neo Home Loans, and we're going to talk a little bit about what happened last Friday. The Feds met. There's some buzz going around. Did they lower interest rates? Did they not? What are they planning on doing?
Yeah, so the Federal Reserve met for their December meetings, and they had released that it's really not so much like what happened in the meeting, but it's the post-meeting press conference that we got. So the Fed Chair Jerome Powell had announced that essentially they're going to hold on raising the Fed funds rate. Now, there's a misunderstanding in our industry that a lot of folks think that the Fed funds rate is mortgage rates, and it's not. It's a completely different interest rate. But that does have an influence. What the Fed does has an influence in the markets. Also, like what's going on with the economy. The unemployment rate is on the rise, right? We're slowing down inflation. Inflation is near their 2% target. It's down in the low threes. It's not quite to where they want it yet. But what they came out with in the post-meeting press conference is that they're going to hold on doing any more rate hikes, and they're forecasting at least 3 rate cuts in 2024. Now, again, that's not a mortgage rate cut.
Right.
And over the last 2 months, we've seen about a 1.5% drop in mortgage rates. So it's been a nice move lower, and the Fed hasn't changed the Fed funds rate. So those two things are different, right? I just want to make sure everybody understands that. But what they do, and not so much what they do, but why they're doing what they're doing to the Fed funds rate is important for us to kind of forecast where long-term mortgage rates are heading. And again, like I mentioned, unemployment is on the rise, and the inflation numbers getting closer to where they want. Now, they're not going to wait until inflation hits that 2% target. That's their target. We're in the low threes right now. So it's kind of the analogy I would like to use. It's just like jumping out of an airplane with a parachute on your back. Between jumping out of the plane and the ground, you've got to pull that ripcord, let that chute out to slow you down. And that's what the Fed's going to start doing as early as March. They expect to potentially be cutting the Fed funds rate to kind of slow down our descent to the ground, right, for the economy, because they don't want to wait till we're at 2% and crash into the floor, right? They want to slow things down before then and give us a soft landing for the economy. So it's been really, really good for mortgage rates over the past 2 months. We're heading in the right direction. So we've been waiting patiently for 2 years for this to happen.
Yes. So, and that is awesome news. And I like to have that clarified so people understand, we're going to see those mortgage rates come down.
Yes.
It's not necessarily right now, but we didn't go up. And that is the good thing.
That's right.
And so I like to get that clarification for people.
Yep, that's right.
And if you have purchased a home in the last couple of years and you're waiting for those mortgage rates to come down, you really need to reach out to Matt and start getting notifications, because you can do that for people, correct?
We'll set a strike rate is what we call it, so we know at what point do mortgage rates need to be in order for it to make sense for you to refinance. So it's something we can help you track and monitor.
And also, if you're looking to purchase and you're just waiting for those interest rates to come down a little bit, which I don't recommend, but if you are, you also need to be with Matt and getting prepared for that.
That's right, yeah. Get your pre-approval set and ready, so when the right opportunity comes along, great, we're going to help you buy in this market now, and as things change, as rates come down, the challenge of affordability shifts to a challenge of inventory, so we're going to help you be prepared to win in either market.
That's great. Thanks so much, Matt, and thanks for clarifying and letting people know that.